Hello. I hope you brought a blanket and maybe a world map, because over the next hour we will be playing a bunch of geography games. We'll be playing GeoGrid, Geography Sporcle quizzes, and a lot of other games that are shown here. Maybe this will help you relax, like Geography ASMR. Maybe this will help you sleep. With all of that being said, I think it's time to begin. Our first game is called Flagdoku, where we need to find flags that match the criteria of both these rows and these columns. It's very similar to GeoGrid, but most of the criteria are based on the flag itself and not about the country. So the top left cell, we need to figure out a flag that has a middle band that's white and the first band that's red. I'm not totally sure of the exact definition of a band, but a lot of flags have 3 bands, like either vertical or horizontal. I don't know if there can be bands that are not vertical or horizontal, or if it's just vertical and horizontal. I haven't played this very much. I think I played it one other time. It was recently recommended to me, and I really like it, so thank you for suggesting it. But like as an example, I think France's flag is 3 vertical bands. I think it starts with blue, then white, then red. That might be wrong. But if it's not wrong, then we can use it right here, I think. Middle band white and last band red. So that's a good example. Let's see if that's correct. Let's see if France has a middle band white and a last band red. It does, okay. It's hard to visualize the exact order of the colors that flags have for me. Like I can think of the colors that are in the flags, but I can't think of the order they're in. But we got that one right. Let's try the first one. So first band red and middle band white. I think we could go with like Austria for this one. They're horizontal instead of vertical, but this should count. Yeah. So we can see both of these flags have a middle band that's white, but Austria's has the first band red and France's has the last band of red. Okay, so now we need one that has white in the middle, but no blue. So I think Austria would fit that, but we need to think of a different one. So I'm thinking of Latvia. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be used anywhere else, because first band red, that is Latvia, and last band red, but Latvia doesn't have vertical lines, and Latvia is not in South America. So I think we're safe to just put it right here. Latvia. Nice. It's a very skinny middle band. I like that word band. It's nice. Now I need to think of flags with vertical lines, like France. I think Belgium is vertical, and I think it has red, but I don't know where the red is. I think it's black, yellow, red. If it's in that order, we'll put it right here. Belgium. Let's try that. It is black, yellow, red. Okay. And what is Italy? Does Italy have red? I don't think so. But I think Italy is vertical. Oh, first band red, and I feel like Andorra has a red first band. Like red, yellow, red? Is that right? Oh, that was wrong. It was blue, yellow, red. Okay, that's right. I remember now, when I see it. Okay, and then we'll try no blue and vertical lines. I think the one we just thought of, Italy. I think Italy doesn't have blue. Right? It's what is? Wait, does it have red? Oh, it doesn't need to have red. Is it white, green, and red? I think that sounds right. Let's try Italy. Oh, it's green, white, red. Okay. So we couldn't even put it there anyways. Cool. Alright, first band red and South America. Okay, so Brazil is all green. I don't know if you're like one color, that counts as a band, maybe. Argentina, no. You're white, blue, and white, I think. Not Uruguay. Paraguay, I always forget your flag. First band red. I think Colombia, Venezuela, and Ecuador all have yellow as their first band. And I always struggle remembering Suriname, Guyana, and the last one. What was the last one? French Guyana, Guinea? No, not Guinea. I don't remember. Bolivia might have red in its first band. Oh wait, no. Peru does for sure. Peru is right? Is it red, white, red? Why is that yellow? Or is it gold? It is sort of. Was that the only answer? I don't know. Let me know if you know what this means, yellow. Maybe we'll find out. Okay, and now South America and the last band is red. I'm not totally sure, but I think Colombia might have red. It does. That feels good. Okay, so yeah, yellow, blue, and red. Now South America, no blue. That's tough. Besides Peru, Brazil, I guess. I think it has blue, like in the circle in the middle. That might be blue. So I'm afraid to guess that. And I don't remember Paraguay's flag. I think Bolivia has blue. I know Argentina and Chile have blue. Ecuador and Venezuela, I'm pretty sure you have blue. So we're gonna have to guess the flags I don't remember. So we'll just try Suriname and see what it does for us. Oh, it was good. It was green, white, red, and with a yellow star. Oh, that was the flag of the day. That might be the yellow. Expand. Oh, hello. 3 words. Vertical. 180-degree symmetry. Well done, Peru. Look at that. Bands only. Okay, the red represents blood that was spilled by fallen freedom fighters. Okay. And I didn't get this one. I don't know if there's like a way to see possible answers. First red. Do these count? Oh yeah, these are the answers. Okay, so Canada, I would have thought of that eventually. Mongolia, but I mean you only get one guess for this game. One guess per cell. Guinea, I could have tried. Okay, this one's interesting. This one has Zambia as the first band red, but it's like the flag within a flag because it's green and then the vertical red. I think that's black and orange. Cool. Okay, so that was Flagdoku. I hope you liked it. Let me know if you did. Our next game is called Pick 5, and it's by OEC, the same people that made Tradle and Connect Trade, but especially Tradle. Tradle was a pretty popular game. I think they're called the Observatory of Economic Complexity, if you were wondering, a little fact. Alright, so today's Pick 5 is drafting tools. We have to pick the 5 countries that export the most drafting tools. And it seems like drafting tools are like pencils, maybe pens, I don't know. Maybe erasers, maybe paper, notebooks, I don't know. But if it's paper, we might want to think of countries that create paper. Like maybe they have a lot of trees. And so they cut those trees down, so they don't have a lot of trees anymore. No, they probably still have a lot of trees because they plant more trees. I would say. But let's go a little crazy. Let's go Finland first because of the trees. Okay, that was a terrible guess. 39th. Oh, that's not what you want to see. You know, I think maybe we'll hold off on the trees. Let's think of the pencils. And I have to think China has made a lot of pencils. Okay, yeah, that was number 1. almost 1,000 times Finland's output. Over 1 billion in exports for China. And I just have to say United States because I don't know. They're number 3. Okay. Now, who's number 2 is really the question. We already have a bronze here. And we're pretty close to silver. I don't think I've ever gotten gold. But we sort of have a chance. If we can get this number 2, they could give us gold. I don't know. Germany is always pretty high on this in this game. They seem to create a lot of stuff, so I'll try Germany. Oh, that was number 4, just behind the United States by 1 million. Okay, so we have one more guess. This is exciting. Even if it's not number 2, I think we still have a chance to get gold. If it's about the same as United States or Germany, they'll cross gold. But at the very least, we have silver. So my last guess is either Netherlands, for some reason, I don't know, Russia, or Australia. I'm thinking those 3 might be good. I'll just try Russia. I think they could probably export a lot of pencils and paper. Okay, Russia was bad. Oh, it was Japan. Okay, and then Thailand is number 5. Yeah, Japan had 249 million, not too far ahead of the United States and Germany. Russia was really bad. I don't really know much about drafting tools, to be honest. But that was pick 5. I really like this game. Next up we have travel, where we need to get from Nigeria to Botswana. So this is an Africa travel today. And I'm not really sure the best way to do this. I'm thinking maybe Cameroon to Democratic Republic of the Congo. But I'm not totally sure. Let's just start with Cameroon and see how that goes. Okay, we got a check mark. And then I'll try Democratic Republic of the Congo. Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure if y'all touched. It's kind of close. Now, Republic of the Congo, I think we'll connect y'all. Nice, okay. So we have the right path, I think we might have done the wrong order. And then what should we put right here? That's a good question. Is it Zimbabwe? Or Zambia, maybe? Let's try Zambia. Oh, that made it. Okay. Where are we? Top 39%? I'll take it. So we didn't get perfect because we didn't do it in the right order. But, can we zoom in here? You can see that Zambia and Botswana just barely touch right at this tip right here. I can't really show you because it blocks. There you go. Right there. I think it's a 4 corners situation. We got Zimbabwe, Namibia, and then Botswana and Zambia. If you can call these corners, I guess you can. That's kind of fun. Is there a weekly? That's a good question. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we need to go from Vietnam to Albania. So Vietnam's down here, Albania's over here. But we can't go through Turkey or China. So I'm thinking we have to go through like Georgia and then Russia. We have to go through that something like that. That makes sense to me. I don't know if there's a better way than that. But we need to somehow get to Europe without going through Turkey. And I think that's the only way. Alright, well, I guess we can start with Vietnam over here and go Thailand. I think that's a bad guess. Oh, I should have said Laos. Let's try Laos. We got 18 guesses. That actually doesn't seem like very many guesses, because I feel like it's a long way. Alright, maybe we should zoom in a little bit. That might help some. Okay, so we can connect to Laos or Thailand. I'm a little shaky with this area. I'm gonna try Myanmar. Okay, good, good. I didn't expect it to look exactly like this, but I'm happy it was right. And then we can try... I want to get to India. Do we do Bangladesh first? Okay. It looks like we didn't have to do Bangladesh. But either way, we'll go India. Right. Okay, so India wraps around Bangladesh. Keeps it nice and cozy there. A protector of sorts. Okay, India's a nice one. So looks like these islands down here and down here are India. That's cool. So from India, where should we go? Is it Afghanistan? No, it's Pakistan. That's right. Never forget about Pakistan. And then Afghanistan, perhaps? Afghanistan? Okay, they're orange, but we're just trying to get there. We don't care about the perfect. And then I think we can try Iran. I guess we don't have to go through Georgia. Now that I'm thinking of it, we could go... we could go through the stands. Like Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, and then Russia. That could be worth a shot. Let's try Turkmenistan. Okay, we got a green square there, a check mark. Let's try Uzbekistan. Okay, orange, but it's still going in the right direction. And I guess we could try Kazakhstan? No, Kyrgyzstan. No. I'm just gonna put Russia out there. I don't feel confident. Okay. Russia is green, that's good. Let's go down a little bit here. And so we want... I think Kazakhstan will work, right? Kazakhstan. Nice. Okay. So we made it to Europe. Now we want to go down through... I would say Ukraine. Makes the most sense. And yep, check mark there. How do we get down here? We could try Romania or... yeah, I think Romania. And then... Is there one left or two left? Now, I'm wondering if Serbia borders Albania. Let's just try it. It doesn't, but it does border Romania, okay. Is this Kosovo? Kosovo? That's not how you spell it. Oh, there we go. Nice. Okay. Alright, we were in the top 73%, not the highest score, but I'm just glad we did it. So the shortest path, we didn't have to go through Thailand. You can go from Pakistan to Iran to Azerbaijan to Russia. That's a good idea. I didn't realize you could do that. That is definitely faster. And then Ukraine to Hungary, Croatia, Montenegro. Okay, I think we did something similar to that. We went Ukraine, Romania, Serbia, and Kosovo. That's the same length, I think. Okay, there you go. So that was travel and the Travel Weekly. Alright, next up we're gonna try Flag Duel, where we just have to guess whose flag this is. And I should know this because I ranked all of the flags. And I do remember this flag, but I can't think of its owner. I guess you can say. I don't know. I remember seeing this. It looks like puffs of air, sort of. I don't really know. But I'm thinking you're Middle Eastern. I was not sure which country. You're not Syria, you're not Lebanon. You might be, I don't think you're Iran. I don't really know. You're not Iraq, I'm pretty sure. I don't think you're Iran, but we'll just try Iran. Oh, well, I sort of see why I thought of Iran. It's a very similar flag here. 77% similar by their estimates. I feel like it's more similar. It's just like flipped. And then the middle, yeah, the middle is a little different. Well, maybe it's nearby Iran, then maybe it's Kuwait. Oh. Alright, oh, that's Kuwait, that's right. Alright, so it's not similar at all. It's not even a number percentage similar. It's pretty bad. But it's got the red, yellow, or the red, white, and green. And that's sort of what I'm thinking. Now, what about like Oman or Yemen? What are those flags? I can't remember these flags right now. I'll just try Yemen. No, I don't think it's Yemen. I'll try Oman. Oh? Oh. I did not think that was the flag of Oman. I think Yemen has stars, or like, this has stars, but I think Yemen has like 2 stars? There's also like Bahrain and Qatar. I'm pretty sure those look similar to each other and not like this. It might not be Middle Eastern. It could be one of the stands. It's not Uzbekistan. It's not Turkmenistan. It could be Tajikistan, because I don't remember its flag. So let's try that. Oh. Nice. Thank you. That was process of elimination. And look at these guesses. I mean, I feel pretty good about these guesses. They're all like sort of similar in the colors. I mean, this is not at all similar, but I mean, it has white, green, and red. That's similar in my opinion. Alright. I am happy with this. That was Flagdol. I hope you enjoyed that. Next up we have Global, where we need to guess the country on the globe. So we make our first guess and then go from there. I think out of respect for Tajikistan, we should make it our first guess here. Okay, I think this is very far away. Let's see. Well, not too bad. It's 5,030 miles. Let's try that. Let's see what we can do here. 5,030. I want to say that's something about maybe Italy? Let's try that. Italy is cooler. Okay, so maybe we'll go in the other direction. Maybe we'll go to like Cambodia? Cambodia? Alright, that's warmer. About half as... wait. About twice as warm, I guess, in a sense. So it's 2,520 miles from Cambodia. Maybe we should try... because I feel like I don't really know how far this is. But I think it's more than 2,500 miles, which means that it's not in a straight line. If that was right. So there needs to be some kind of angle. So it could be up here is what I'm thinking. Where it's 5,000 miles from you, but 2,500 miles from you? I'm not sure. That makes sense. This doesn't seem like it's 5,000 miles. Actually, I mean, no, it does. But this seems like it's more than 2,500 miles. Unless it's Taiwan. So this seems like less than 2,500 miles though for Taiwan. I don't know. I think we could try one of these and see, see how it does. I mean, 2,500. I think I'm okay guessing like South Korea. 2,500 miles from Cambodia. Alright, that's cooler. So it's not in the right direction. Maybe it is more of a straight line. I'm not really sure. In which case we could try like Australia. Oh, that's a very nice color. Well, it's an interesting color. How close is that? 95 miles. Is this the 95 miles right here? Oh, is that Papua New Guinea, perhaps? Let's try that. Papua New Guinea. Nice. Oh no, this is a nice color. Look at that. Mystery country is Papua New Guinea. That's a good one. So I mean, it was kind of a straight line, but not quite. Yeah, I guess I didn't think that was 5,000 miles. Some days I'm really good at measuring distance or estimating distance, and some days I can't do it at all. It just depends. But I think we did it in 5, is that right? 6? 6 is pretty good. Alright, we're gonna try the global capitals next. And global capitals is basically the same as global, except we need to name the capital of the country. And the distance will be from the capital itself, but that shouldn't change too much. Unless you're like in Russia or something. In like a really big country, that might change the distance. So let's just start with maybe somewhere in Africa. We can try like Abu... oh, wait. Is that... No. I forgot the capital of Ethiopia. I was thinking of Abu Dhabi, the capital of United Arab Emirates. Let's try Kinshasa. I think that's the capital of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Kinshasa? Sorry. Okay. So, how close are we? No. Okay, we're 5,000 miles away again. Let's see what we can do. Maybe we'll go in the same direction. So we sort of have a neat idea of what 5,000 miles is now. We did Tajikistan to Papua New Guinea is 5,000 miles. So we should probably go somewhere over here. That makes sense to me. Maybe we can try Dhaka. I think that's the capital of Bangladesh. That's Dhaka, no. Dhaka? That's warmer. How close is that? 3,460. Oh, this is kilometers. Let's change that to miles. I think that was a problem there. So it's not as far away as Papua New Guinea to Tajikistan, because that was in kilometers. So how do we want to do this? 2,000 miles? The problem is I don't know how far the Dhaka was. Sorry, I don't know how far Kinshasa was. I mean, it was 5,000 kilometers, but maybe 3,000? No, 3,000 miles? I don't know the conversion. It might be 3/5, so it would be 3,000. Let's try going this way then. It's closer to you, so we'll do like something like that, some kind of angle. 2,000 miles. Maybe mean, I guess it could be Moscow, like we said. Maybe that's too far. Maybe we could try something over here. Oh, maybe it's my favorite. Baku, the capital of Azerbaijan. That's warmer. It's 1,270 miles. We can sort of see that it's getting close to red over here. But it goes back to orange right here. So like right here is where we need to focus. But it is closer to Baku. We might need to go up further. I'm not sure. Or down further? Maybe down further? Yeah, maybe down. Let's try... wait, Baku's closer? Yeah. Maybe down here? This could be a problem because I don't think I know these capitals. Is Kuwait the capital of Kuwait? Let's just try it. Kuwait City. Okay, that's cooler. Maybe we'll try over here. I think Tashkent is the capital of... Is that Uzbekistan? That's even warmer. 690 miles. Huh. I mean, it could be Tajikistan. I guess. That might be too far. I don't really know. What is Tajikistan's capital? It's in there somewhere. Is it Dushanbe? Dushanbe? Yeah, it's cooler. Okay. I don't know. I guess, oh, we could go up to, Astana? I think that's the capital of Kazakhstan. Oh, that's right. Okay. Alright, well, we did it. Well done. I like this game because I still don't know my capitals that well. I know enough to get it most of the time. We made like a little zigzag cross. It's kind of nice. Alright, that was global capitals. Alright, next up we have GeoGrid board number 141. Looks like they changed the design a little bit. I don't know if I like this, but I might just not like it because it's different. Let's try this out. Oh no. Has hosted a Formula 1 Grand Prix. Has won a FIFA World Cup. This is not good for me. Okay. I'm gonna start with FIFA World Cup and has blue. I think Brazil has blue, and I can only imagine that they've won the World Cup. Nice. And I have no idea what to do about has hosted a Grand Prix, besides maybe France? Maybe you won the World Cup and you hosted a Grand Prix. Okay, just completely guessing here. Then in Europe has won the World Cup. I would think Spain has won. Have you won, Spain? You have. Good job. And over 50 million people in Europe. We go Germany. I won't say Germany too often. We're not getting very rare this time, but I just need to get through these. We got through the FIFA World Cup. We need to get through Grand Prix now. So I want to focus on these. So I'm currently wondering if the United Kingdom, I'm guessing they have, hosted the Formula 1 Grand Prix. That would make sense to me. We'll try that. Yeah. That was epic. Okay. I vaguely remember playing Formula 1 Grand Prix GeoGuessr. Not because I wanted to, but because it was part of ChatGuessr, I think, on Twitch at one point. Someone recommended it. Alright, and then we can do... Name is 7 letters long. Grand Prix. Ireland? Maybe you have also hosted the Grand Prix from... Nope. 7 letters long. Czechia? We'll maybe come back to that. Alright, population over 50 million and has blue in their flag. I think South Korea has blue in their flag. They might have over 50 million people. Let's try that. Nice, they have blue right there. And then 7 letters long with blue in their flag. Well, Czechia works here, but I thought Czechia might work for... has hosted the Grand Prix. But what about Belgium? Belgium might also work for that. Also in Europe, both of those work for that, but I think we can do like Moldova for that one. Let's just go ahead and do that, Moldova. 7 letters in Europe, Moldova. Nice. And I'll try... Actually, yeah, let's try Czechia here. Should be good. Legendary. And then we'll try Belgium, or has hosted a F1 Grand Prix. It did work, okay. So we did alright. We were in the top 33% or so. Uruguay was the most common for has won a FIFA World Cup. I didn't know they had won. That's pretty good. Let's look at the uncommon ones. Tokelau. Okay. Morocco has hosted the Grand Prix, so has Turkey. Okay. Yeah, the F1 column was a little harder than the others, I think. Let's see the answers to this. Over 50 million people has hosted the Formula F1, or has hosted the Formula 1. It's just a lot of big countries, which makes sense. Yeah. Bahrain has hosted it. Morocco, as we saw. Any other... nothing unexpected there, I don't think. And has won the World Cup. Nothing really unexpected there either. I don't follow either of those, but I do know large countries that play of the World Cup. Alright, that was GeoGrid. Alright, next up, let's try Time Guesser. Maybe we can make this a little larger. Maybe that's alright. Let's look at this. Is this maybe Europe or somewhere else? This seems European. I can't really read it though, but it doesn't seem like it's English. This looks like a famous painting. These all look like famous paintings. Okay, so in Time Guesser, we need to figure out where this picture was taken on the map and the year in which it was taken. I think it was pretty recent. We'll just say maybe it's 2018. That seems fair. And I think I'm just gonna guess it's France, because that makes sense to me. I think there's a place where this could be, like the is it called the Louvre? I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it this one? Does it have... So that's not what I was expecting. But don't they have art in here? I feel like they do. I did watch the Da Vinci Code fairly recently. I'm just gonna go with that. I don't have other guesses. So 2018 in Paris. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, it was over here. I clicked on the pyramid. I don't really know what I'm talking about over here. But we were very close. We were 106.6 meters away, but we were 7 years off. But still a pretty respectable score. So it was in 2011. Alright, next. Okay, well, I think this is Hong Kong because the top level domain of .hk up here. And there's a lot to look at here. So I'm guessing we're thinking 2021, 2020 during COVID, because everyone's wearing a mask during the height of COVID. Where do we find Hong Kong? There we go. And we could probably get this exact, to be honest, if we could read maybe some of the signs. Southor Stadium. That's actually probably a big landmark. If it's a stadium, that makes sense to me. But which part of Hong Kong would that be in? Queen Elizabeth Stadium. Let's try up here. Let's try over here. What's it called? Southor Stadium. There could be some other letter right here though. So this is the Southern District. Maybe that makes sense. Southor. I'm not really sure. There is like maybe something over here. Aberdeen Sports Ground. I don't know. I think I'm okay with guessing over here somewhere. I'll just say right there. And we'll say 2021. That was 2020, okay. So I guess I guess south, okay. It was up here, okay. I don't see, Southern Stadium's right here. Cool. Alright, we got a good score though. Alright, let's go next. Is this Vietnam? I'm not sure. Ooh. Oh, that's a lot of fruit. Oh. This is what made me think it was Vietnam, but I'm not the best at a language. Because I see Cyrillic, which makes me think that's not Vietnam. But I also see other things that make me think that maybe. It's a little confusing. Oh. Tajikistan. You are the country of the day. That's surprising. I guess we'll go to Tajikistan. Let's give the map a look here. And I can only guess Dushanbe because I don't know any other cities. And I feel like it's the most popular, sorry, not the most popular, but the most likely city. I don't know where to guess. So it really doesn't matter. And I think it's pretty recent. I think we're in like maybe 2007. Do I see cell phones? Is anyone on their phone? Oh, there's a cell phone here. We'll put that up a little bit. We'll say 2013. Any other signs of the times? I don't know. This is quite the photo, though. I really like this picture. It's a really good picture. Okay, I'm fine with this. I think we'll go... Well, I mean, we could probably find maybe a place where they could possibly have a market like this. But there's the map's not really helping me out so much. So I'm gonna say we're close to this park because there's some open space. But I think this is a permanent structure, so I think we'll just guess. Make our guess. Yeah, 2013, right up here. We were 8 years old. It was 2021. Okay, and it was not Dushanbe. It was whatever the city is. It does not want to tell me on the map. Oh, I see. It was in a bazaar in Khujand, Tajikistan. All right. We got some points. We did okay. Let's go to the last... Wait, no, it's not the last round. This is round 4. We have 25,000 points. Pretty good. We could get a fairly good score here. At first I thought this guy was acting tough, like threatening this poor boy. But it looks like he's getting his shoe cleaned. Which is much better. Much better situation. It seems old. People, or not, is it cleaned or is it polished? I think polished. Maybe both. Maybe you clean then you polish, yeah. And I don't know if this is like Portuguese or Spanish, I'm sorry. But I do think this is fairly old. So I'm gonna say we're in the 50s even. I sort of thought this was Jeff Goldblum at first. It looks like Jeff Goldblum to me. Probably not as tall as Jeff, but looks similar. I don't know about what any of this means. Parola Chimite. This is probably important. I can't tell you anything about it. Because I mean, they also have it over here too. They're putting it everywhere. I don't see anything crazy important. But maybe one of these is a city. I don't know. I'm gonna think about Brazil just in case it's Portuguese. I mean, I suppose it doesn't have to be South America. It could be Spain or Portugal, but I don't think it's Spain or Portugal. My gut is telling me it's South America. And it sort of doesn't seem like Spanish for some reason. To me, it seems like Portuguese. I struggle with that, but I just want to say we're in Brazil. Now, this is not Brazil, Brasilia, circa 2024. Oh, that's right. Oh, it's glitching a little bit there. Oh gosh. I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm gonna say it's Brasilia, circa 1954. That'll be my guess. Okay, something's happening here. Okay, you know what? I'll take my 12 points. I got the language right. The year, not even close. The location, well, it was a 50-50 between Portugal and Brazil. But we were in Lisbon in the mid-70s, 1975. Alright. Very good. Yeah, let's move on to the next round. Alright, now this is the last round. Sort of a frightening photo. I don't really understand what's happening. But we have this guy here. We have Trump right there. And a man of probably questionable beliefs. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Let's say we're in Glasgow. And I'll just make this a quick one. We'll say it's during 2018. 2016, and we were down here. Okay. He was throwing them at President Trump. Okay. I see. Alright, so we got 34,000 points. Pretty good. 34,507. We had one bad round. But that's how it goes. That was Time Guesser. So now we're into our last games, which will be a few Sporkle quizzes. This one is called a capital decision, where we have to name the countries that have moved their capital cities at any point in history. And they'll give us some reason, and we have to pick the country. Alright, so let's try it out. There we go. Okay, so 1841 moved to Auckland because numerous Maori chiefs offered land to establish it there. Okay, Auckland would be New Zealand. 1861 moved to Buenos Aires because the secessionist state of Buenos Aires rejoined the country. Okay, Argentina. 1256 moved to Buda because the Mongols destroyed most of the previous capital. I'll skip that one. 1776 moved to Zagreb. A fire destroyed most of the previous capital. I wonder what it was. 1918 moved to Moscow, so that's Russia. Great October Socialist Revolution. 1818 moved to Riyadh. I think that's Saudi Arabia. And the Turks destroyed the previous capital. Did not know that. 1990 moved to Berlin. That's, of course, Germany. 1381 moved to Chelmsford for 5 days because of dangers posed by the Peasants' Revolt. I'm gonna have to skip that one. 1970 moved to Belmopan because of the devastating effects of Hurricane Hattie. That's not good. I think Belmopan is Belize. Okay, and 1578 moved to Caracas, Venezuela to prevent an invasion due to its large coastline. Oh no. 1938 moved to Vilnius in exchange for the reopening of diplomatic relations with Poland. Oh, Lithuania. 1000 BC exactly. Moved to Jerusalem because King David conquered the city from a Canaanite tribe and reunited the kingdom. I guess Israel. Yeah. 1923 moved to Ankara, that would be Turkey. But because of the high population of loyalists to the Ottoman Empire in the previous capital, I guess, what's it called? Sarsanai, and their potential to overthrow the new regime. Okay. Istanbul is what I was thinking of. Yamoussoukro, because it was President Felix Houphouët-Boigny's birthplace. I guess Ivory Coast. Toledo, because it was safe again after the Reconquista. Spain. I guess this must be Hungary. And then Chelmsford is England. Alright. Alright, that one wasn't too bad. It took a long time to read all the questions. So I almost ran out of time. Okay, this might be our last one. We're doing the largest islands of the world. You have to name the 20 largest islands of the world when you're given the location. So they'll like show up on here. Alright, let's we have 7 minutes. So this is Greenland right here. I'll probably bring this down a little bit. There we go. Greenland. And then I guess Papua New Guinea plus Indonesia. I don't know what the island name is. New Guinea, okay. And then I think Borneo is that island. You got Madagascar. I didn't know you were 4th. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure what's going on here. I guess, I mean, it's Canada. Is that... that's Prince Edward Island, right? I don't know what that is. Alright. Now, I'm not good at these. I don't know the islands. Wait, no. Sumatra? Oh, that was right. Japan? Main island? I don't know the name of it. And some more in Canada. What? United Kingdom. We'll just say UK. Great Britain. Okay. Another one up there. I'm not sure what this is. It might start with a B. And then New Zealand. The southern island of New Zealand. South Island? Is that? No? Okay. This one is Java, I think. And this is the North Island of New Zealand. I don't know your name. I'll say New Zealand. No, okay. I think this is Philippines. Does it have a name for the island? Philippines. How many L's is it? Philippines has a lot of islands. Maybe it's Manila? I'm not sure. Oh, that's Prince Edward Island. We saw that one. Prince Edward Island. Oh, it's not. Nova Scotia. Newfoundland. Oh, that was right. Okay. Nova Scotia. Oh my gosh. Let's go with Cuba for this one. And I think that's Iceland. Nice. I think we got another one in the Philippines here. I'm not gonna know. And Ireland. So another one in Canada. I just don't know what to guess, to be honest. Is that up like in the Yukon? Or Nunavut? They wouldn't just have the island named that though, I guess. And Japan again. Okay, I think that's as good as we can do. Let's give up. We got close to the average. I didn't know any of these. Ellesmere, Victoria, Baffin Island. Okay, Honshu is the name of the big island in Japan. And then Luzon and Mindanao in Philippines. And then Sulawesi, that's right, Sulawesi in Indonesia. Okay. And then, oh, they just call them North Island and South Island. Well, I said New Zealand, South Island, so I feel like I should get some credit there. This is our last game. And we have to name the bodies of water that are shown on the map. So we're going to be given 24 names of... No. So we're going to be given 24 locations on the map, and we need to name them. Let's see if we can do this. I'm not extremely confident. We'll get started. 5 minutes. Well, that's one of the C. Oh, it does say C right there. I think it starts with the B. Is it the Balkan Sea? No. The North? No, not the North Sea. Baltic? No. Okay, we are going to go to the next one. I don't know. The North Bay. Okay. Oh, some sea here. Oh, Caribbean? Yeah. Okay, perfect. The Red Sea is probably over there somewhere. No, not the Red Sea. That might be the Red Sea. We'll hold off on that one. Oh, the Dead Sea. Maybe it's the Dead Sea. Oh, do they all start with a different... Oh, they start with the letter they give us. Okay. So this starts with an E. Lake Erie. Okay. Gulf of Finland. Okay. Gulf of... starts with a G? Guinea? Okay. Oh, I should know this. Hudson Bay. Where is it? Oh, Ireland Sea? No. We'll skip that one. Sea of Japan. Okay. Sea of a K. I don't know. Sea of, or blank sea. Not sure about that one. Gulf of Mexico. Blank Sea. Oh, this is the North Sea. Gulf of Oman, perhaps? It's right next to Oman. The Persian Gulf. This is the Red Sea. The Red Sea is much larger than the Dead Sea. Lake Superior. And where are we? Down here? So it's between Australia and New Zealand. And it's a sea. Tasmanian. Oh, Tasman Sea. That's cool. I had no idea what that was called. And then some kind of bay that starts with a U up in Canada. I'll skip that one. Lake Victoria. And then way down here we have some sea that starts with a W. I don't think I have a guess. One that starts with a Y. Next to Korea, China? South Korea and China? The Young Sea, I don't know. Lake Zimbabwe. No, it's up here. Is that Switzerland? Z. Oh, maybe it's in Croatia. Maybe it's Zagreb. No. It's really hard to tell without zooming in. Alright, let's go back to the earlier ones. I think this is the is it the Arabian Sea? Wouldn't that be over here? It starts with an A, though. I know it. It's been a while. I don't think about it very much. It's not the Albanian Sea, right? Like, just thinking of random guesses. I know this one. This one, I'm not so sure I know. It starts with a B. Bombay Bay. That'll be funny. Then this one is confusing for me. The Isle of Man Sea. Oh, I think I know this one. I know there's one that starts with an I, and I think this is the one I'm thinking of. I'm running out of time. Irish. Okay. Well, I tried Ireland. Adriatic. That's a tough word to remember. Zurich. I should have thought of that. I couldn't think of Zurich, the city. I thought of Bern. Baffin, Labrador, and Ungava. I've heard of Labrador, I think, but the other two, not so much. The Yellow Sea. Well, I've probably heard of that. And then Kara. Okay. And Weddell down here. Good to know. Good to know. Okay, I think that's our last game. I hope you enjoyed all these geography games. I hope they helped you relax. Maybe they helped you rest. But hopefully I'll see you another time and we'll play some more games like this. Bye.